talking about?
Quarterback camp battles. Who's getting their job taken?
First team that comes to my mind is the Texans. You know, the whole Tom Savage, Deshaun Watson battle to start.
Savage played good though. I ain't gonna lie. Savage played good at the end of last year. Yeah. But I know Watson's the franchise. I don't want him to just jump right into the job. I want him to at least not start the first week, maybe like week 3, week 4, maybe. That's gonna be his team long term.
Something you hear a lot is that Bill O'Brien's offense is really complicated. So it takes people a little while to pick it up. But apparently Deshaun Watson is a little bit ahead of schedule with that lately. There's been some reports about that. So Deshaun Watson is kind of pushing for it. And like you said, he's the franchise. They know he's the future, not Tom Savage. But Tom Savage did play well in certain spots last year because I'm a DeAndre Hopkins fantasy owner. So I had to experience that. So the difference between Savage and Osweiler was incredible last year. It wasn't crazy, but it was substantial. Now the thing is, everyone makes, Osweiler makes everyone look good. If you come after Osweiler, if I came after Osweiler, I look good. Yeah. I look like an NFL quarterback.
Yeah, word.
You know what it is? Dak, man, he messed it up. Now he got the league kind of shaky a little bit because
Wentz too.
Wentz too. His impact as a rookie, we always nervous about rookies. That's one thing for sure.
Especially if they're not 1 and 2. Yeah. Or top pick.
But Watson, boy, was just in the championship for the past 2 years in college football, and he got one.
He's big time.
Yeah, he big time. Played for Clemson. He good. He got his tools and everything.
I think it probably definitely gonna have to come down to preseason. What happens in the preseason? I'm not saying give him to week 3 or nothing like that. If he does good in preseason, let him start and let's see what happens.
One thing about Watson, I know, which is tough for they always look at this, is similar to how they look at pass protection for running backs. With NFL quarterbacks, I think it's mistakes and turnovers because you're supposed to take care of the ball. Watson made a lot of mistakes in college.
Yeah, he did.
Ball-wise, he throws a lot of picks sometimes. So that I could see giving him some trouble. Sometimes reading defenses, he might make the wrong read and throw into traffic. I've seen him do. So does he? I think they want him to be the guy, obviously, but I don't think they're gonna force it just yet.
He got the tools though, the team around him. You know what I mean? They got the run game, pass game. They got a nice little line over there. He gonna succeed. It's just, like you said, learning that offense, working with Bill O'Brien, that's gonna be the tricky part. Cause this, the NFL playbook, I get college playbook is probably 12 pages, whatever. NFL playbook is a whole story.
Yeah, whole Bible.
Yeah.
and then you gotta adapt to the other team's defense. It's not no college defense. There's vets out there now that are gonna try to expose you and really not only pick you off, but dudes are gonna want to put him down, you know what I'm saying? See what he could take, what kind of hits he could take.
The good thing is that he got Watt and Clowney coming off the edge on his own team. Yeah. So at practice, they're not gonna hit him, but he gonna feel that heat.
Pressure. Yeah,
so he might get comfortable getting it off early, which is good.
What about my boy over there, number 2? Mitch Trubisky, whatever his name. How do you say that last name?
Mitchell. He like to be called Mitchell.
Mitchell?
Okay.
Mitchell. Whatever. How y'all feel about Mitchell?
I don't know much about him. I saw his highlights. I know he got an arm and all that. But I know there was a bunch of controversy. They traded the Chicago Bears traded up one spot just to grab him when the Niners weren't gonna grab him anyway.
Yeah, it's the fact that why would you trade up if a team wanted to grab your guy?
Yeah,
they wouldn't trade back one spot to let you into that spot if they really want. Yeah. So the fact that they were willing to trade with you is a telltale sign that they weren't gonna grab that guy. If they're just willing to let you jump him for him. So that was the controversy. As far as Mitch Trubisky, the player though, I didn't see him too much in North Carolina, but when I saw him at the combine, he's real calm and confident, real smooth is what it looks like.
I saw a little into him. He only played 1 season, as a starter. He handled his business. He got the size. He got good size. He got good poise. I think he gonna just help that rebuilding process over there. It's not really pressure to win.
Exactly.
So that's why I think he gonna do well because there's no target on his back.
Yeah, it's not like they're in win now mode and they need to get this guy.
It's post Cutler, so they just happy that Cutler's not there.
They just happy Mitchell Trubisky ain't smoking on the sideline and pouting. So that's good enough.
Yeah, they're definitely in a rebuilding phase. So yeah, I think he'll do good. I guess no pressure. So
exactly. But what's up with Glennon though? Y'all don't.
Glennon, I think he's a bona fide backup.
Yeah,
I don't know about that.
He gotta play his role.
I think if the Jets had Glennon, like they'd be alright. Like I like some of the tools Glennon has, like low key. I think he's gonna. They're not gonna be like a high powered offense. Yeah, but I think he don't get enough credit. I think when you look at the 32 NFL teams and you break down like every team's quarterback, Glennon is a top 32 quarterback. He could be starting for a team. He could definitely start for the Jets. There are places he could definitely start
for the Jets, bro. Stop playing.
That's true.
My thing is when I see Mike Glennon, I'm tight when I see him because that means somebody injured, bro. Like that, I hate seeing him.
I'm not saying he's not good. But I just think he's a bona fide backup forever because, like he just said, when you see him, you know, like, all right, somebody must have got hurt and now he playing. Like,
bro, he's still young, and not only that, but when Josh Freeman like lost the Bucs job, Mike Glennon was the one that was brought in not because like he's a backup, but because he was like they were like, all right, if Freeman's not the guy, Glennon's supposed to be the guy, and that's why I'm saying like, and he's still young, bro. So maybe this could be his chance. I think. Ultimately, Mitchell Trubisky is gonna get that job. Of course, they want him to be the future, but I don't think it's gonna be like what y'all think. Like he's gonna come in like that shit gonna be like after a bye week. I don't know when their bye is, but that shit's gonna be like week 9. Like it's gonna be later, more late than usual, unless Glennon performs terribly, which is what I'm saying. I don't think he's performing terribly.
I think Mitchell starts week 1 and finishes the whole season.
Bugging.
No injury, nothing. He good.
Bugging.
If I see Glenn, I'm gonna be tight, bro.
I think he probably finishes
the whole season. Man. Why would you be tight?
I'm just saying, like, cause bro, like,
why you that emotionally invested?
I don't know. It's just when they was drafting Jameis and all that, he was like acting a little funny over there. Like, I don't know. Like, it was
who?
Glennon, yeah. Like,
I mean, I'd be tight too. Look at Aaron Rodgers when Alex Smith got picked over him.
Rodgers, bro.
I know he's not Aaron Rodgers. Relax. Well, first of all, people ain't know Aaron Rodgers was Aaron Rodgers till he became Aaron Rodgers.
That's a fact.
Word.
So you never know. Like I'd be like not upset, but like there are people who are kind of upset, and then that gives them like a I'ma prove it attitude.
True. I think Mitchell will probably finish the whole season as a starter, solely based off what Dan said earlier. Like they're in a rebuilding process. There's no reason to really
pressure, nothing. Like
win.
They gonna get another top 5 pick again next year and just keep on keeping on. You know what I'm saying?
Speaking of Alex Smith,
yeah.
What's up with that? What's up with that Chiefs situation?
I don't know, bro. I say you let him, draw the call for another year or 2. Then let the young boy play.
Definitely not another 2 years. This is gonna be like this is Alex Smith's last year, or mid-year Pat Mahomes is coming in, and Pat Mahomes adds a different dimension to that offense because, first of all, I've seen a lot of Chiefs games. I was with Jamal Charles on the fantasy for a couple years. Yeah. So I've watched some Chiefs games, plus I just watch all football. And it's so frustrating watching Alex Smith, bro. He drops back. If his first read ain't there, he's like panicking in the fucking pocket.
We spoke about this last year when they went up against the Steelers in the playoffs. But, yeah, I feel like this probably is going to be the year where it's like, all right, Alex, you got to prove yourself that you're going to stick around. We're going younger. Macklin's gone, so Tyreek Hill is basically the dude as a wide receiver. Yeah. Kelsey's still there, so he's
young guys, yeah. And then their defense young.
Their defense is young, so it's like
Marcus Peters.
Let's see what Alex Smith's gonna do with these young pieces. If it don't work out, we got Mahomes who could come in and probably really gain chemistry because he's part of the youth movement as well, and maybe he could take over that job. It's interesting though because. I don't know about y'all. I was kind of shocked when they drafted a quarterback. I
was kind of shocked.
They need a quarterback.
Not only that they drafted a quarterback, but that they went up to get him.
Yeah.
But I understand the league is trying to go more up-tempo, more fast-paced. Like, not that, football has, like, one speed, but...
Quicker guys, speed on the field.
I'm seeing these multifaceted quarterbacks coming into the mix, so... Like, yeah, I'll let Alex Smith play the rest of this year out, but after that... let the young boy play.
Thing about Pat Mahomes is he's a slinger.
I'm not saying that.
Which is what Alex Smith is scared to do. And with Tyreek Hill's speed, you have to utilize that over the top and attack defenses deep. And Mahomes would do that. And that's why I think, not that he's going to start week 1, but Alex Smith, he's on a short leash this year.
Who else we got battling for quarterback positions, though?
The Cleveland situation.
Cleveland.
That's just a mess.
That's weird.
Short leash, the dog pound in Cleveland.
I ain't gonna lie. I like the picks that Cleveland had this draft. They had some. This was the best draft I've ever seen them have.
Yeah.
But that quarterback situation is super, super difficult because I like Kizer, bro. Like Osweiler. Come on.
They didn't exactly set the bar high on this is their best draft. I just wanted to throw that in there. Like, that was an easy bar to surpass.
Yeah, right.
But in terms of like Kessler, Osweiler, Kizer, I just read a report recently that Osweiler looks like...
Your sources.
I'm sources.
I read that Osweiler is like looking like he's going to be the week 1 starter, preseason.
Okay.
Which is interesting that they giving him first. Probably because he has the most experience.
Yeah.
He's been in the league longest and they just giving him that like little head nod. But I don't think he's the one that's going to come away with the job.
You think he got a short leash?
Bro, he don't even got a leash. They don't even want him. He's a straight dog, my G. Osweiler could walk out camp. They might not know. Like,
true that.
Osweiler, Rottweiler, he a dog. He out there like straight.
Does he even want to be there? I don't think he wants to be there either.
Nah, he want to be there. He missed the Broncos.
He dead missed the Broncos.
I got a friend. He's a Cleveland Browns fan. The only dude in the world that I know is a Cleveland Browns fan.
And that would but that would say it out loud. Like,
and would say it out loud. Yeah, he'd be like, "Yo, that's my team. I think they got promise." But he's totally behind Kessler. He's like, Kessler is the man for the job. They need to just stick with Kessler. Their most success was when Kessler was playing with them last year as well, because they flipped from Kessler and McCown back and forth throughout the season. And I like the production that Kessler was providing for them. Like, you know what I mean? Like, even though he did have Terrell Pryor, who was killing it on all ends of the floor for Cleveland last year. That's why he got that big contract in Washington. But then they also got Corey Coleman, who's now a sophomore. I mean, he got hurt, but hopefully he can stay healthy throughout this year and, you know, be a impactful player for them.
They got better on the line, too. The O-line looking better. They got Crowell is young. Duke Johnson's young. So now, like, Kessler didn't have pieces around him last year. He had Pryor, who was doing everything. Yeah. But, like, now they kind of building a little something. It's their second year with Hugh Jackson. Yeah. So... You know, but Kessler is the only one that has had a year with Hugh Jackson, whereas Osweiler, he's just coming in, and so is Kizer. But it's weird because with these other teams, you could kind of say like, oh, they want this guy to be the guy. He's the future. But Kessler is just as young, so can you really say that about like Kizer?
Fam, honestly, I could see all 3 quarterbers playing this year. Yo.
I could see them all.
Just at one point, yeah.
I could see the Browns doing so bad in a game that they shuffle through all 3 of them.
Yeah, like really.
In one game?
It's going to look like a preseason game. No like where just Osweiler plays the first quarter, then they sub him out for Kessler until halftime, then Kizer.
Now the question is like, what we expect from Cleveland? Like, you know, is there a target on their back? Is there pressure? You know what I'm saying? What's going on? Like, you know, we giving them props for the draft, but like, now what?
They gotta prove it is now what? Yeah, they haven't proven shit. Like, you could get names, but like, there's a ton of other names that are way bigger than these rookies coming in. So they got a lot to prove. They're not gonna go crazy. It's gonna be like a 4-win season, 5-win season. But all you want to see is like them get their shit figured out a little bit.
Yeah.
Speaking again, shit figured out. The Broncos, they don't have shit figured out besides their defense. And so we talking Paxton Lynch, Trevor Siemian.
Bro, I hate that quarterback situation, bro. I didn't even like Manning over there, to be honest. It's just weird over there.
What you mean he went off that first year?
I think you let Lynch, you know, he get the keys this year because Siemian, he started off well, but then like once the defense kind of like couldn't hold it down because they was on the field for the whole game, it was kind of like over. We couldn't really see Siemian find his rhythm after like 3 games.
You know what it was? Siemian had that shoulder injury, remember? And that kind of threw him off. But for the first time seeing Siemian, remember the opening night game? Panthers-Broncos, Siemian held his own, bro. Like, when I saw Siemian, super poised, super composed. So when I first saw Siemian, in that, I was like, yo, if this defense holds it down and maybe they get some kind of run game, Simeon could hold down the fort. They got weapons there. And same thing with Lynch. It's like, don't give Lynch the key. Like, they're both young. So Simeon, to me, should be the guy. Lynch, I've never been a fan of. I've seen him a little bit in college. I think most things that they loved about him, and that was a tough draft for quarterbacks, if I'm not mistaken. So they were kind of forcing it in terms of who was a good quarterback prospect. Because, you know, people love to talk quarterbacks in the draft. Who's the next franchise guy? They were forcing that on Paxton Lynch just because he had the size. Like, he has the prototypical quarterback size. He's tall. You know what I'm saying? But I didn't see it skill-wise, and I still don't see it. So I'm going to go with Simeon.
I think it's Simeon's job for the taking. Plain and simple. Like, same thing you said. Last year, I think he looked composed, especially that first game. And then he was decent, like you said, to start the season. But he might have had an injury. And Paxton Lynch, from what I saw from him, I'm not a fan. And honestly, we got no sources. It's just us. But the updates I'll be getting on my phone and shit look like it's saying Paxton looking bad in training camp. Like, the defense is destroying him. I mean, it is Denver's defense. But, like, defense. Still.
Those updates be me. I just be texting him.
but I don't know. I'm not going to, talk too much about their situation. I think it's Simeon's job for the taking.
Yeah, it's just a weird situation. I want to see more of Lynch. That's what it is. Like, Simeon was cool. I'm not proud with the adjustments he made late in the season. Like, he didn't really make any. So we gonna see this year. He gonna be more pat and more structured into the quarterback position in the NFL, and he gonna hopefully achieve more. But I do want to see Lynch. I'm just intrigued by him. Like he was a first round pick.
Only Lynch I'm trying to see this year is Marshawn.
Hell yeah!
It's real talk though.
Beast mode, baby.
So Jets wise.
Ain't much to say there.
It's quiet.
Is there a quarterback battle there?
I'm about to go to Jersey, bro, and holler at the coach.
For real.
I get a little contract, a little 10
real
days.
Quick, right?
Yeah, a little 3 weeks.
Go training camp with a football, and on the other side of the fence, you just throw.
Just start throwing that.
With your boy, yo.
Yo, catch, bro.